Okay, thanks everybody for joining us. We are Informed and Confused. I'm Ben.
I'm Alan.
And we are watching ReZero on episode 4.
Yep.
Combination Sound of Chains and Natsuki Subaru's Restart.
Yep. Well, it's been a while for us.
For us, possibly not for you.
Yeah. Well, if we're doing everything correctly, they're watching this like a week after they've watched our previous reaction. For us, it's been about a month. Things happen. We went on vacation, life and such. So eager to get back into this. Last time,
we had the more domestic episode
Yep.
with him becoming a butler, meeting Rem and Ram, our two feisty
maids.
and not so feisty
the
maid.
maids. Yep. Found out Amelia is a candidate to be the next ruler of the kingdom.
I guess
what the
that
whole insignia thing
technically
was.
kind of sort of makes her a princess, but not really. Like, she's not, because princess denotes, like, bloodline or the fact that she would inevitably get it, and that's not the case.
No, I mean,
but
they never actually say. They never give her a title. We don't know what she is.
Yeah.
She's just a candidate to be monarch. So
I think her technical title would be candidate.
I believe that's actually what they call
Yeah.
it. Her
Yeah.
formal title is candidate to be the 40-something another monarch.
Either way,
yada, yada, yada.
she important.
Yeah,
Which
she's
we pretty
important.
much figured from the first couple of episodes anyways, but
Yeah.
now...
Though you were more right than I was. I thought I didn't think they were going to go the her being royalty route, but
It was too tropey not to.
yeah, you called that one. Then he started looping again.
Yup, we are in our second round of loops.
Yeah, because he went through the first time, set up a date with Amelia for the next day, woke up. looped.
Accidentally stumbled upon a date with Amelia. Let's be honest about how it
Well, he-
happened the first time.
He was going for it. It just kind of, admittedly, she was very, very receptive to begin with.
The
He
first
didn't have
time,
to-
most
He
definitely.
didn't have to do much. She already likes him. So,
The first time, definitely. The second time, she was a bit more hesitant because he didn't take the actions that had led to her
took a
positive
little-
reaction the first
there
time.
was the second time around, he stumbled into a date with Rem first, completely by accident.
Hey, I ship it.
Then got the date, arranged the second date again. Then in the end credit scene, decides to stay up to see what's going to happen if he's going to loop again. Things got all weird and trippy. He started getting deathly ill, and then got myrtleated before we went to credits. So
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards this was probably assassination and that was poison or something.
that would be consistent
Either that
with
or
the
some
previous
sort of
ones.
a magical or psychic attack because of the way he got his arm ripped off and was flying around the place.
Well, because every other time he died, it was because of the assassin. So,
and who says there's not more than one?
Of course, if there's somebody
'Cause
else, then why?
even
that's
even
pretty-
assassin lady was working for someone.
Well, true, but that was entirely a circumstantial thing. He intervened in the narrative and just happened to run into an assassin who killed him. If there's another assassin here who killed him in his sleep, that would bring up the point of there's
he's a
somebody
target
else-
now.
There's somebody else coming after him for some other reason. What would that be?
Well, because of the successful resolution of the first arc, Evil Lady now knows that he's there and getting all up in their
Well,
business.
yeah, that's what if it's her. But you
Yeah.
said it might not. If it's not her, if it's somebody else,
Well,
then
that may have been bad wording on my part. I meant maybe it's not specifically her. She may be part of a group, and that may have been somebody else also working for the boss who she's working for. Let's face it, if you have a party member who's more adept at something than another, you send them instead, even if the other...
she was
Yeah.
pretty damn adept at what she was doing the first time.
Myrtlation.
It took him 3 times and the intervention of numerous new characters to get him out of there, and he still almost died.
Yeah, no, if
So-
it weren't for Paladin guy,
Yeah.
he
All
would
right,
not have
well,
survived.
Anyways, let's
Yeah,
see where
let's
we
get
go.
this started.
Yep.
Before we argue ourselves into the black holes.
My arm.
Now that's a wake-up call.
I still have it, right? I guess I came back again. No, wait. Maybe I should say I made it back. Oh, I'm sorry. Good morning. Right, I guess you don't remember me, do you?
Sorry for the trouble I've caused till now. Subaru Natsuki is gonna start over.
Oh, and what day and time is it right now?
I'd be losing track too.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a little weird because it hits all the grading points in me as a DM when my players like metagame too much. Kind of like his whole attitude about this whole thing. The fact that he understands that this is a different world. The fact that he understands he's looping. The fact that he knows that, okay, these things happened last time, but they're reset now. What can I do to game the system? It's actually a really cool angle to take on a show like this. It just grates me to my very DM core.
Well, he's not a player in a game. He's a character in a narrative where he doesn't actually know what the
there
actual
are reasons
parameters are.
why it's legitimate that he's quote unquote metagaming, but it makes perfect sense within the narrative.
I mean,
it still irks me though
I still
when
don't,
he
I still
does
don't
it.
get. I still don't get what you're getting at. The more you explain it, the more confused I get. To me, I just see him trying to react and do stuff in each loop, and it just happens somewhat slightly differently.
It's my
every time.
third first day in.
Quit pacing around. You're really irritating me. So stop. or
Oh,
get
he's
blown away.
circling her. Okay. I'm sitting here going, is she on a
Weird,
sit
but
and
walking around in
spin?
Yeah.
circles makes the gears in my head turn a
That was
lot
weird.
easier. Cut me some slack. We're close now, aren't we?
Exactly what sort of relationship do you think we have, I suppose? We're not best friends, having only met twice.
What's that book you're reading anyway?
It tells how to get rid of bugs that have gotten into my room, I suppose.
Whoa, you've got bugs here in the library?
Only
Man,
one.
Really sucks for you, huh? So what kind are they?
You've long exceeded your welcome here, so it's time for you to leave. Your hands
The
have stopped
butterflies
shaking.
as
You can
her
more easily
irises
disguise your fear now, I suppose.
Are really interesting.
You could tell?
You are trying to hide it, I suppose. It feels rather
I
vexing
read
to
them.
be
I read
treated
it as
your
X's,
convenience.
but you're right. They do kind
You're
of
not
look
very nice at all,
or
are you?
butterfly.
Well, thanks for helping me. I'll see you again soon.
I don't want to see you again, I suppose. So refrain from coming in here anymore. Shoo, shoo.
Just so you know, Rem spread manure as fertilizer all over that flower bed yesterday.
3 second rule. That didn't count. That didn't
God.
count, okay?
My favorite familiar. I like Puck.
Hey there. Good morning, Leah. Good morning to you, Puck. Sorry to ask this of you, being that you only just woke up, but could you wash off Subaru?
Wash him off? Oh, okay, no problem. Here!
Puck used hydro cannon.
There you go, all clean. Not bad, huh?
It was super effective.
I thought I was a goner. Think of it as an advance in our relationship. It means I want us to get close enough to call each other by playful pet names. Okay?
He's handling this reset a whole lot better than the previous ones.
Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah.
No, please, don't look at me. Sister, it's only been a short time, and now our guest looks like a drowned rat. Rem. In just a short time, our guest has turned into a dirty old wash rag.
I know I'm a
I mean,
mess,
he's kind of more of
okay? I
a
don't need the
murder
two of you to
hobo,
tell
but
me.
you know.
Our Lord Master Roswell has returned to the premises. Please, come inside.
Here we go. My third first meeting with the Lord of the Mansion. It would be ideal if I could let them know and warn them, but I wouldn't be able to explain where I got the information, so they might think I'm working with the assassin.
I appreciate
I
that.
knew even as
Yeah,
little as
no,
the
that
attacker's
is a
physique
really
could
good
be a
reason
different story.
why he's
So this
keeping
time
the
In a
around,
lot
I'll
of
Close.
take the next
shows,
4 days
people
to gather
just start
as much
blurting it
information
out
as I
and sound like
can
a crazy
find
person
out
more
who
than
it
he
is.
thought. He's
And to
actually
do
thinking that
that-
through.
yeah.
You may have any reward you request. So, simply name your desire and it shall be.
In that case, I ask that you let me live here as a
There
house
we
guest
go.
and eat and sleep as much as I want.
Yo!
You come in here every day without even knocking. Seems you truly have no manners whatsoever. It would be in your best interest to leave before you get blown away, I suppose.
Whoa, hang on a second! I just wanted to ask you something, that's all! Is there any magic that can weaken and kill someone, but makes it look like they're just going to sleep?
If I must answer, then yes, there is.
Are you serious?
But it's not so much magic as it is a curse, I suppose.
I mean,
Actually,
curses
there
are
are many such
magical.
things among the spells that shamans specialize in.
Shaman.
So what are shamans?
Magicians. Originating
Okay.
in the northern nation of Gusteko, they're actually a subclass of magic and spirit arts users, I suppose. They're all quite useless, to be perfectly honest, and
It's a
not to be
cool
taken
map.
seriously.
There is?
Poison.
I think you've already experienced what I'm talking about firsthand.
Wait, do you mean that mana drain you did against my will could actually kill me?
In case you didn't know, mana is also one's life essence. If you continually suck it out by force, one could feasibly die of weakness, I suppose.
Wait,
Okay, a
hold on.
vampiric
You're
type
not the one
thing.
who killed me, are you?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm too busy for such an endeavor.
Right?
Wait, I get it. You're lying about this whole thing, aren't you? It's not nice to lie.
Put some more points into sense
Shut up,
motive,
I
dude.
suppose. You're too averse to the truth, which means you should disappear, I suppose.
Once again, are you all right?
This keeps happening often enough. He needs to
in the
just set up a
end, the
net
key
outside
words
that
are
window.
curse and chains. I don't
Yeah,
know
no, it
anything
looks like
else.
it's turning into a running
The
gag.
conditions for return by death are the same. I died 3 times in the capital and survived the 4th time. But that doesn't mean I intend to treat this as a throwaway life.
Slacking off right in front of your guest?
I have no words for that nerve of
You
yours.
already
having a
intro-
seat drinking tea.
Well, you were the one who told me I should
There
be
we go.
friendlier, remember? So I suppose you could say I'm only responding to your demand.
It's like true cross-cultural communication. Maybe I should import a few fairy tales from my homeland to show you what I mean. Like the Red Ogre Who Cried.
The Red Ogre Who Cried.
Intrigued, huh? You want me to tell it to you? Now, you really need to pay attention, okay? One day, the Red Ogre decided to go to the Blue Ogre's house. Abandoned, the shades were drawn in the windows, and the door was shut and locked. There was a letter attached to the door that said, Red Ogre, please have fun with your new human friends and companions. If I continue to hang around you, I'm afraid they might think you're a bad ogre too, and end the friendship you sought from them. Thus, I've decided to go on a journey.
That's a sad story.
Yeah, it is. But even with an ending like that, I think it's kind of a sweet story also.
If you ask me, all the characters in it are just stupid. The Red Ogre, the Blue Ogre, and the villagers too.
Wow, that's a pretty harsh critique, don't you think? Then what do you think the two of them should have done?
If the Red Ogre truly wanted to become friends with the humans in the village, he should have broken off his horns and gone to them. If he had done that from the very beginning, the Blue Ogre might have stayed.
I think you're missing the point. That's a pretty extreme opinion.
You really think so? Answer this. Which of the 2 ogres would you rather be friends with?
Which of the two?
The Red Ogre who can only wish to be taken care of by others? Or the Blue Ogre basking in his own self-sacrifice? What a boring answer. If you want to befriend both of them, I can only conclude that you must be the indecisive adulteress.
How can you say that? I don't recall it being that kind of story. I finally know where the name Dragon's Kingdom of Lagunica came from.
And the witch's name that Amelia
It said
gave
the
you at
royal
the
family
start?
signed a covenant with a dragon, so it's more a folktale than a fairy tale, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would, since it's true. The noble dragon lives far away beyond a great waterfall. But even with that distance, the dragon still upholds its duty to protect
hear a
us.
plot hook.
It was in the royal family's contract, and must be honored till it's fulfilled. Do me a favor. That story you told me about the ogres, don't tell it to Rem. I'm certain that she wouldn't like it very much.
Because it's a metaphor for the two of you.
Yeah.
And not even a very well-hidden one at that.
Yeah, that definitely relates to them
Yeah.
somehow.
Fine witch. To even speak her name would chill you to the bone. Everybody referred to her as the Witch of Envy.
Which was the colloquialism that was given
Are
when
you sure
he
about this?
said
we could
the
call a
witch
dragon
name
drawn
that
carriage
she
to
gave
take
him
you to
at
the
the
capital.
start.
It's no
Yeah.
trouble.
Thank you, but I'll be fine.
Do you have a handkerchief and water and plenty of lavender? See, and will you be able to sleep by yourself?
Do you have enough underwear?
Safe travels to you, Subaru. I wish you well, and don't lose the gift I gave you. As an attempt to equate our 3 days' worth of memories together, I gave you a little something.
Oh, hush money, right? Don't worry, I get it. I won't say anything I shouldn't. I swear to the dragon.
Just talking with you makes any evil scheme seem to lose its purpose. And in
love
case
it.
you didn't know, in this nation, swearing to the dragon is the highest form of promise.
Thanks, though. I
I
appreciate
wonder why
it.
Rem never
Yes,
calls
sir.
her sister Rom. Rom calls Rem Rem all the time, but Rem always calls Rom sister.
Yeah. Don't know.
Subaru? Thanks
It could
for
just
all
be
you've
because
done.
of their
If you're ever
personality
in need,
types. It
come
could
visit
be a
us anytime.
translation error.
Will do. I don't want to die again. I don't want them to die either. Now, what did I tell you, Subaru Natsuki? Even if no one remembers anything that happened when everything repeats, you remember it clear as day.
If I'm doing the math correctly, he's known them in his perception
Now
for
that I
about
really
a
think about
week
it,
and
I
a
didn't
half,
go
I
shopping
think.
with Rem this time.
8 or 9 days in his
Just because the
time,
food
I
meant
think,
for me
at
was
this
left
4
point.
days, 4 days, 3 days.
Yeah,
It'll
something
still
like
be a
that.
while before it gets dark.
We're focusing hard enough. And this is definitely not Lady Assassin, so I think we're getting third-party, or at least additional
Emergency
combatant,
escape!
like I thought.
I saw it! Yes!
Oh, that's not ominous.
Oh,
Oh!
is it one of the...
It sure looks like
Then I
it.
have no choice.
Oh!
The ideal scenario would have been to finish this without anyone noticing.
Huh.
Rem's got some hidden depths in there.
Joking.
That was definitely out of the blue.
Yeah. Pun intended.
Ba-doop-ch.
As long as you do not resist, I can make your death a painless one.
So she's killing him because he's suspicious?
Is that how little you trusted me?
Yes.
What are we assuming if in the other version where he was more chummy with her? then
Was it Rom who killed
was
him
Rom who
instead?
killed him the first
yeah,
time?
Yeah, no, I'm starting to think that's what it was now. Oh, hey, is that his arm or his leg again? That's his leg. Sweet.
Yep. Man just keeps losing limbs.
I ask you this. Are you a faction member supporting one of Miss Amelia's rivals for the throne?
My heart belongs to Mealy forever until the end of...
Answer me. Who hired you and under what conditions?
Mealy smiled it. It was priceless.
God.
Don't you play dumb with me! Your bald-faced lies can only take you so far when the foul stench of the witch is covering you from head to toe! Every time I watched you conversing with my sister, I felt as if I would go out of my mind with anger and unrest. Someone associated with the one who has caused my sister so much agony, having the audacity to boldly encroach on the place in which she and I belong. I can't bear it any longer. Even if I know deep down my sister only acts friendly with you and only pretends to care for you.
Jealousy.
I have no memory
Our
of
red
any
and our
of that.
blue ogre.
Why? Why don't you remember? Why do all of you keep leaving me behind like this? What did I ever do to you? What am I supposed to do? What did I do wrong? I don't understand. Why do you guys hate me so much? Even when you said you cut my hair. All that time, I really like you both.
My sister is too kind.
Damn.
All right. Try number
Sir,
4.
have you awakened? Sir, you're awake?
Good God.
Subaru,
Right?
what was that all about? Ram and Rem were really worried. Are you all right? Because if something's
Like, what are you
troubling
doing
you're
now?
welcome
What
to
the
talk
fuck
to
do you
me
do
about it.
now?
Right,
I
right.
could tell Amelia that it's no use. That I can't.
Apparently
take it anymore.
wallow in despair.
There's something important I want to tell you.
Yes?
Amelia, several times up until now, believe it or not, I've died.
Huh. Something doesn't want him
Something
to tell.
is keeping him from... Okay, interesting.
Huh.
That is a viewing pool. The witch.
Whoa. Wait. This is seriously no joke. What's happening?
What is it?
Shit.
Well, this reset isn't gonna last
What
long.
happened all of a sudden?
No.
My body moves. My voice works. My heart doesn't hurt. But the fear is engraved in me.
It didn't kill him. It just
What's
stopped
wrong?
him from.
You've been acting really strange.
Fear
Tell
reaction.
me, if something's going on...
I have a favor to ask.
Yes?
I want you to have nothing to do with me.
And why in the world should I apologize to you, I suppose? I can't leave until I correct that preposterous notion. Not only do you look gloomy, but that disgusting scent I noticed before is heavier now.
Huh?
The stench of the witch, I suppose. I feel like it's bending my nose.
Wait a second. You mean the Witch of Envy?
It's got to be
Well,
a
of
witch
course
now.
I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
What
It's clearly
in the world
what's-
would somebody mean when they bring up a witch?
That is clearly our
Why do you
nemesis.
smell her on me?
Meh, I
Here.
don't know. Regardless, as someone who receives special attention
And
from
appears
her,
to have
you are a
something
burden.
to do with his
It's not
regenerational
comforting to hear I'm
abilities.
getting special treatment from someone I've never even met.
Fine, let's hear it.
I'm not sure what's happening, but I want you to keep me safe. Until the 5th morning comes, the day after tomorrow.
What an admirable motive for one who leaves even something like that in the hands of others.
Strangely enough, for once I have no response to that.
Hold out your hand. I have decided that I shall grant your wish. I, Beatrice, on my honor, am henceforth bound by this contract, I suppose.
It may be Lily, but I have a feeling she
Is it
might be the
really that
oldest one
important to
in the
you?
mansion other than
That
possibly
desperation of yours is
Roswell.
demonically inspired.
Might be even
Possible.
older than him.
Oh,
Like,
very well could be. I'm curious.
yes. Yeah, no.
Is this the night, or is he just having a nightmare?
This feels like nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely
This is
nightmare,
nightmare.
PTSD nightmare thing. Nightmare sent by magic from the witch, maybe.
Let's see.
I came against my will because it's the designated time, yet you seem awfully unconcerned.
Did I really fall asleep on the 4th day? What kind of reckless idiot am
Oh
I?
no, we jumped to
Quit
the end of
your
the loop.
grumbling,
Yeah.
I suppose. Sit wherever you want, but do it quietly.
Well, when he was talking to
Forbidden
her,
Lord
he
God.
was saying the day after tomorrow is the
carry me in
5th
here while
day.
I was
So
asleep?
we already
Given the
skipped a
option,
few
I'd rather
days.
not
Okay,
stay in that
yeah.
room filled with your stench, I suppose. The Forbidden Library is the only place for me. Now observe proper manners, I suppose. Guess it's fine if you want to stay. You'll be safe here, I suppose.
Not a big fan of her language
Come on!
quirk there.
What the hell is this?
That I'm almost positive is a translation thing.
I'm almost
suppose
100%
yeah.
positive that that's a translation thing.
In the end, it was that easy.
Yeah, easy as hiding in a magical library to get past
Wait
the...
for it.
Subaru?
Emilia.
There you are. Where have you been?
Oh, I was just,
You know... No, never mind. Here, come with me.
Huh? Where are we going? Mealy, why are you making that face? Everything's gonna be just fine now. I mean, look,
Who died
I'm
in his
still alive,
place?
right? And you're...
Roswell's dead.
No. One of the maids.
Rem.
Yep.
Okay. Oh.
But how? Why? Why is Rem dead?
Someone is slated to die.
Don't you touch her! Don't touch Rem! Keep your hands off my little sister!
You must have taken quite a liking to him.
Save the jokes for your makeup and weird fetishes, I
Now that's magical powerhouse right there.
Get out of the way! Let me through!
I like the physical manifestation of their
avenge
magic
Rem.
as they
If
powered
you know
up.
anything, then you have to tell me. Help me! Help Rem! Say something!
I can't go back
It's,
there
it's
again.
gotta be the witch is causing different things to cause him to die,
What did I have back
not
there?
just one person killing him. It's got to be what it is now.
And I was having so much fun with them.
The witch is definitely affecting everything that's happening around him. It's got to
looks
be
like
some sort of a
The
curse.
place where I died.
Yeah.
Is this it?
He-
If I close my eyes and take one step, it'll all be over.
Oh.
I mean, that would be a
Th-
logical
this is a-
conclusion.
I
If he-
I
if he
mean,
ends
this has
his own
been
life,
a
it'll all
pretty
be set
dark
again.
show, but this is even a shade darker than this has gotten thus far.
Oh, on par.
Suicide carries a
Just
slightly
one
different
more step.
connotation than murdered.
Suicide in terms of in relation to time loops, though, is a.
It changes it a bit, but
You know how many times Bill Murray kills himself in Groundhog Day, and that's a comedy. It's a matter of context.
yeah,
I
agreed.
finally found
Oh.
you. I don't remember discussing there being a time limit.
Interesting.
Clinging to faint
She
hope
did
just
take a
serves
liking
your own
to him.
convenience, I suppose. What was lost can't be reclaimed. You'll have no more chances to explain yourself to the older sister. That opportunity has come and gone. So I'll do what I can to help you escape this territory.
Memory flash?
Come to think of it, back then, somebody was holding both of my hands. Rem.
I finally found you.
Now give yourself
I'm
willingly.
not gonna let you get away.
Stay back, I suppose. So long as my contract exists, I won't hold back, not even against you.
Oh yeah, that feels good.
What are you doing, you buffoon? Do you want to die or something?
I won't make any cool statements about what I'll be able to do. After all, this is what happened when I couldn't do anything. I know better than anyone that my words aren't convincing in the least. But I do remember. I know parts of you too that you've forgotten.
What are you saying? What is it you think you know about Rem and me?
Don't get me wrong, because in the grand scheme of things, what I know doesn't really matter. But it does to me, and you have no idea what it is, do you?
Tell me.
I care for all of you! Every one of you means the world to me!
At least this world.
Okay, so we are going.
Yup. Doing it and forcing the reset. Yes.
Lands on ground, breaks back, but does not die. Crap.
This is something only I can do!
I'm going to kill you!
I'm going
Swan dive.
to save you!
There you go. Face
Oh,
first
God.
into the rocks. Yup.
Now the question is there an end
Yeah,
credits?
no, that was. Wow.
Yeah, that we got a lot there.
Yeah.
We got a lot. That really moved. We'll
That,
see if there's
yeah,
any
that
credits,
had
but-
a few switcheroos on us that I didn't quite expect.
Yeah, but I get the title of the second episode, even though he's already restarted. That's the one he chose. That was his restart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He finally decided to be an active player instead of just bouncing around.
And just trying to get out of it, he's
Yeah.
going to try and actively.
Oh. Seems like that episode went by faster than the previous ones.
Well,
did.
this one had a lot more in it.
I know it
this had a lot
did,
more
but yeah,
action.
it was a whole lot more active.
Yeah, no, like I wrote down I wrote down 2 notes for all that was in there. That's all I.
Well-
Most of the time, I was just engaged. There's just so much going on.
Realistically, we didn't get too much of a lore dump. Yeah, there was the thing about the red and blue ogres, which was absolutely fascinating. And
Well, because that was from his world. So
Yeah.
that was just.
well, and I'm trying to think of like the Shinto legends that I know and things like that, and wondering if this is one of those stories that to a Japanese audience would have been like, oh yeah, of course, everyone knows that story.
Yeah, or if it's something they
Li-
made
like
up or
if
what.
like if someone in Western media was like, let me tell you the story about a red-haired
see.
mermaid.
And credits are nope. Looks
no,
like
it's
gonna,
skipping straight ahead.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
Crap. Oh, there we go. Thank you. There we go. All right.
No, I wonder if that's a cultural story that we just don't get because we're a Western audience.
I have to look it up, but
yeah.
yeah, no, but I think we can definitely say now that the witch is definitely. Which I had a quick theory.
That purple claw thing, we're assuming it's the witch.
Yeah, I mean at this point,
I mean, theoretically, it could be something else, but
He-
I think it's
he
a
thinks
pretty
it's the witch.
safe guess that.
he seemed to think it was the witch. So
Now, does that mean that the witch is who the assassin girl was working for at the
no,
beginning?
I don't think.
Or was
I
she
don't
working
think-
for a competitor?
I don't think the assassin girl is involved in the overall thing. What I think it is whatever's going on, the witch is simply finding ways for him to die at each iteration.
Yeah.
In that, in those first iterations, the assassin was simply the most natural way for him to die in that iteration. Which is why in this one, it wasn't her coming back; it was Ren killed him.
Honestly, this feels a lot like an entropy curse. A big mojo bad luck curse.
Oddly enough, that is the exact Dresden File book I am currently listening to on
I know,
audiobook right now. Is the one with the entropy
Yes.
curse. That is
I knew you
exactly
read
the
enough
one.
Dresden, you'd know the term when I said it, but
Yeah.
that's what this is kind of feeling like, is some sort of entropy curse tied into the restart.
Yeah,
because I think
it's-
that has something to do with with the bad luck curse and everything. Like, I don't think they're separate. I think whatever the witch did to him magically is doing to them whatever is simultaneously causing all of this bad stuff to happen in exchange for the restart of some sort or another.
Well, I don't.
She's got to
think we
be
know-
siphoning power off of it somehow.
I don't know. I
Or
don't.
at least gaining something.
Well, there's a reason. Obviously, I don't think we have enough information to guess that yet.
Agreed.
I think because this whole thing has been giving us little bits and pieces as we go along. It's not giving us the whole thing at once.
Oh, yeah, we're still too early to
It's
make
very
any
much still a mystery.
real.
Just as it is with him, it's a mystery. It's a mystery with us. The one quick little theory I had, just popped into my brain was, I wonder, because I was asking myself, when did this curse or whatever it is happen? What started it? Right? Did it happen upon his entry into the world, or did it happen at some point after that? In which case, I was wondering, because when the first time he meets Amelia, she names herself after the witch.
Right.
I wonder if the first time it wasn't actually Amelia.
If it was actually the witch in
It was
disguise
actually the
laying the interesting.
And then after that, it's actually Amelia.
Well, magical disguise, totally plausible.
I don't know. I mean, that's based purely on the fact that that's when she gives her name with the witch's name. And then that's basically all I'm basing that off of at this point. And that we think it's the witch is doing it.
It could
But
be.
that was just a thought.
I'm
It
leaning
popped in my
more
head there.
towards it happened when he got brought into this world as part of what brought him into this world. I'm thinking it
Could be. That would be the most
honestly
obvious
what
way.
I'm starting to think is that this whole thing is just a side effect of whatever she's plotting for, because the royal family just recently all died out. The dragon doesn't know what to do. They have a bunch of different contenders for the possible throne. People are trying to steal the tokens that name someone as a contender. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on around here.
I will say,
but it really comes down to the ruling of the country.
well, because I will say this. One plot point that's still dangling there that we haven't dealt with because we've been doing
Paladin
with this.
Man.
Paladin Man and him.
And the thief
and
girl.
The thief
yeah.
girl.
I forget her
his-
name, but
yeah, God. Oh, hold on.
Rika? No.
Hold on.
No, I'm mixing anime again.
That's why I write this stuff down. Oh, geez.
Satella.
No, that's
No, that's the witch name. That's right.
No, yeah, that's the witch name. It was. I think it was down here.
Reinhardt is our paladin swordsman
Yeah.
guy.
Also a bow hunter. Oh, geez, where was it?
Felt. That's her name.
That's it.
Yep.
Felt. Yep.
Yeah,
Felt.
the
I knew it was a
ongoing
weird
story
one.
thing with
With Felt and
Felt
Reinhardt.
and Reinhardt.
Yeah, Felt and Reinhardt.
That is still definitely a
Outstanding.
dangling plot point.
Yeah.
But because they're not personally involved with him, they may actually be outside of the effect of whatever this curse is.
I have to imagine it's going to relate back to this at some point, simply because I don't think they'd create a plot point like that, leave it dangling.
Also because in the intro, it shows her lined up with the other girls, and there's a couple of scenes where he's also present with the group. So they are coming back.
True.
At least given what the intro is showing us, which may or may not be accurate.
Yeah,
a lot of intros aren't.
Oh, yeah. I've seen
I mean,
intros
just
where
point
it's
towards
deceptive.
Full Metal Alchemist, where all of the best fights happen in the intros and nowhere else.
The one I think of is Modica Magica.
Ah, yeah.
Because the intro
That's
for
another
that
one.
clearly indicates who the three main protagonists are going to be. One of the three is dead by the end of the third episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, sorry if I spoiled that for anybody, but
Go watch Modica Magica. Awesome series.
unless you have a problem with depression, in which case go nowhere near that show.
Okay, if you're here watching ReZero with us, go watch Modica Magica.
Yeah.
It ain't any worse than this.
Oh, that show
Okay,
is,
well,
that show is pure depression. Well, we'll have to see. It depends on how this ends. Because Modica Magica has a very unhappy ending.
yeah.
But have you actually seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't aware you didn't see
Oh,
that.
I like Modica Magica. Yeah, no, I
I've
really
seen that show
enjoyed it when
exactly
I found
once, I watched it once. I have no intentions on going back again.
I watched
for
the
second
show and
helpings.
all the movies that they had loaded up.
Yeah, no, I watched the. Are the movies all as dark as the show?
They're along the same tangent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, but yeah, no.
I'm excited for the next episode. I can't wait to see what twists they throw at us next.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happen. We can't really go into it a lot because we don't know enough to speculate beyond that happened. I wonder why.
Yeah, no, I'm still at that holy shit, what the fuck stage of watching this.
Because we technically don't know how he died on the first iteration. You know,
we can make some assumptions, but yeah, we don't know who killed him the
exactly.
first time.
We think it's the witch. We don't know why. We don't know how.
The second time we think because of the reference to chains and whatnot that it was Rem. The same as the third time as he gets killed and identifies it as Rem.
Yeah. So although it could be Ram because he was close with Rem on the first time around,
and it's quite possible that Ram uses the same chain type weapon
that's
that
what
Rem
we said.
does.
We said it might be that they were just alternating, but given the fact that this happened now, I don't know. And that's just where we're at. We just don't know.
It's kind of exciting to be watching a show that don't know what's happening.
I will say after episode 3. I was starting to get a little worried. I was going to start losing interest a little bit because I was like, all right.
I was in the
time
same
loop again,
point.
And that's a trope I'm okay with in small doses, but if we're just going to be Groundhog Day, that is presenting problems. But this episode really put a lot of other questions out there that I'm intrigued to see the answers to.
Yeah.
It's further in getting me drawn in.
Yeah.
I am further curious, so.
There's still so much of this that I'm on the fence about, but I want to believe that this is all going to pull back together and start making some sense now. I'm waiting for it to make sense. Make sense, damn you!
Oh, at this point, I don't think it's going to full on make sense till at least probably close to the end of the first season, at least. I think this is a long
and because
burn.
there's a second season, I'm pretty sure the end of the first season is going to be one of those major what the fuck, oh my god, holy shit moments again.
You mentioned Full Metal Alchemist. I get that kind of vibe from this in that you're getting
Slow
into
burn.
it, and it's a slow burn in terms of getting the information. Yeah. You, as along with the protagonist, will slowly start putting the pieces together as you go along.
Yeah.
Which I really like as a writing style.
It's good for, well, as you said, continually drawing us further into the narrative. Because, I'll admit, after that first episode, I was pretty 50-50 on just turning it off entirely because it's like, oh, another one of these.
Yeah, but dude,
they keep throwing twists. They keep blindsiding me.
When it gets to the part where Rem kills him, we went like full horror there for a minute.
Yeah.
Like it went dark and horror genre,
and that one hit me completely out of nowhere, and I think it hit you too. Like I was not expecting Rem of all people
to be the one to
be the murderess.
That was. I mean, they both come off as the kind of person who could potentially do something like that. But that's not where my brain was going.
Well, and they spent so much time over the last episode creating those bonds of, if not friendship, at least acquaintance between him and the two of them. And though it kept getting reboot,
I didn't think it was going to be anybody in the house.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be anybody in the house at all.
Honestly, I was right there with him. I cared about those two. Why the fuck did they kill me?
Yeah. I'm still convinced, though, from the moment I met her to now, I'm still convinced that Beatrice is probably going to end up being the key to either figuring this all out or finding a solution to it.
She is the font of knowledge.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way through all of these loops, I have a feeling that you're right. She's going to somehow be the key to acquiring the information he needs.
He's going to find a way to get through to her through the loop. and she's going to be the one
It
to
also
help
helps
him.
that she is so magically in tune. She already knows that the witch is having some effect on him. She can smell it.
Yeah. Well, even the maids smelled the
Who are
witches.
both very magically attuned.
Well, I think they're
so
all magically attuned. I think that's just kind of a thing.
Not so much Amelia from what they've said thus far. She seems
has
like
some.
level 1, level 2
but they all
maybe,
have-
whereas the rest of them are like
Yeah.
closer to level 10.
Well, I mean, they all. It seems like everybody in this world has, or like a lot of people in this world have some level of magical
Yeah.
affinity, in one way or another. But
Yeah, very magical world just to begin with.
yeah, no. All right.
Either way, excited for the next episode.
Yeah.
As for you guys, thanks for joining us again. Go ahead, hit our YouTube channel, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications.
Yep. Find us on Twitter at InfoConfused. You can find our podcast on Stitcher, Spotify, and SoundCloud.
And if you haven't found it yet, go check out our Ruby reactions.
Which are up right now.
Which are up.
Should be all, by the time you're watching this, they should all be up.
Well, at least through season 3.
Oh, well, yeah, all the ones
Volume
we've done
3.
this far. Yeah, all the way through Volume 3 should be up by now. Yeah, so we will see you guys later.
Thanks for joining us. We've been Informed and Confused. I'm Ben.
I'm Alan.
Have a good one.